Hey, one and all, how are we all today? It's been a while since we've been live, right? Over a week, maybe 2 weeks. I've just been, feeling out of it, off. I don't know why. Probably a variety of different reasons. Let's get an invite here. Copy, and let's. I don't want that full screen. I want to be able to see the lovely, lovely chat. Okay, let's. You know what? It's gonna shrink a bit because we do want to see the chat. Let's see. Okay, so those there, and we'll put it the link also in one of our message groups or DM groups. Okay, let's see. It's been a while. There we go. See if anybody comes in. Okay, let's also get. Why does it keep doing stuff I don't want it to? I hate my mouse. I've got to get a new mouse. It does 5 or 6 clicks at once when you don't want it to. Let's go to YouTube and grab the chat. Nobody's here yet. Let's pop out the chat. Yes, we can minimize this. So we're going to be coloring some of the Canadian Shield. I really got 2 panels left to do on this. The page panel, or the last panel, which connects to the whole page, you know. And then, of course, panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 and 6. I don't know how long we're going to be on. We have chosen the duck because of stability issues lately with the net for us. Hey, Lorenzo, how are you? Okay, I think I got everything ready to do some stuff. Oh, you know what? We need some lighting and shading. It sounds like you're talking through a tin can. Okay, then let's check out StreamYards. Oh, maybe it's got the wrong uh, audio. Like, yeah, it looks like it does. So, okay, it doesn't look like it has my current headphones on. And that would be because it doesn't. I don't know what that is to. Uh, Hello. Does that sound better now, Lorenzo? Hopefully that sounds better. Yeah, it was going through my camera instead of my headphone mic, because my headphone mic wasn't plugged in. My headphones weren't plugged in. So okay, let's see. So let's see. A quick update for everybody. We are at $1,301 Canadian with 24 backers on the campaign. So we are doing good that way. We're slowly getting up there. We've got 7 of I'm getting them signed claim. We've got one $3 choice digital choice claimed. We've got 4 digital two people getting 4 claimed of getting both digital versions of both. 0 of just either unsigned, and 0 of choice sign getting them both. We got 6 of them claimed. We have 1 of the firefighters claimed. That so that is an update there. One of the firefighters has been claimed. And of course, we got 1 of the Lorenzo claimed. Uh, the artwork has yet to be claimed. We have 1 of the action figure claimed. So that in itself is, I'd say, pretty cool. So let's gotta take that off so people can see what I'm doing. Let's put up viewers. Now we can see how many viewers we have. Uh, okay. If we get a new subscriber, we'll have that go up. Okay, so how are you today, Lorenzo? How was your weekend? Okay, so let's see. I guess we want to make this maybe black. Trying to wake. I'm still drinking coffee, trying to wake up. Though I'm doing quite better lately. Ah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I've not been feeling. I've been feeling a bit out of sorts too. That's a lot of reason why I haven't been uh, doing stuff. Actually, haven't been doing my verse of the day or whatever. Just been feeling out of sorts. Um, I'm hoping to. Hopefully I'm gonna be on here for 2 or 3 hours today, and then. But I'm not promising that. And then I'm starting to. I don't know whether it's connected to with how well or not how well the I think the campaign's doing. I think that might be part of it. Could be wrong. And it's not that I've been feeling bad. I've just been feeling out of sorts. Particles. There we go. Oh, you know what part of my problem is here now? Let's see. Having them- You know what? I think that looks pretty good in the background. All that foliage. Well, let's put this down. Let's see what the foliage looks like. There we go. Looks decent. Okay, so yeah, a lot of my online friends run comic book campaigns. It seems like a nerve wracking. Yeah, it's just all that you got to do. You know, I can't wait till I don't have to be running campaigns. That I have all my books. Running. My we'll say between 8 and 15 books running a month, and you know I just have to deal with different stuff, like writers, artists, all that. Just deal with that, and have pay somebody to deal with the promotions aspect and all that. Somehow running the company, yeah, it might be different if you had a full team of people. Sure, I'm gonna have different headaches, but I only half know what I'm doing, if that. I just know what I want to accomplish. And that's the thing too. I know this channel is going to even change more over time. I hope to get all the various artists that I have on. Like I have plans for 8 books, basically, and I don't know what's going to take off beyond what I want to do, what I want to focus on. You know, characters that I introduce or whatever. This channel will change even more. Hopefully for the better. And hello, John. How are you today? Okay. How the did I? Because eventually, it's not going to be me coloring or drawing or whatever all the time. Hopefully, it'll be the various artists I have working on books, doing stuff while we talk or whatever. I think the big time creators struggle sometimes. They have a lot of stretch goals and side projects. Yeah. But how are you today, John? How was your weekend? The link is out there too if anybody wants to come on. Put it in my Discord and in one of my groups, my DM groups on Twitter. But yeah, I'm also going to be trying to do some coloring offline, either different stuff and putting it up. As I think most of you saw last week, I did a couple things, colored up some fan art from D&Q Fan Edition and put them up. I'm going to try and get a couple pages of Snowdrift done this week offline and put them up. And if everybody could also hit that like button and share it up, share it out, let people know we're here. You're terrible. Why are you terrible? Dillard. Isn't your campaign all finally fulfilled? Hey Jeff, how are you? How was your weekend? Having back leg issues. That's not good. That or does not sound good for sure. Weekend was good. About to order lunch. Oh, Jeff, sometime in the near future, I'd like to. Hey, Mike, thanks. I'd like to get with together with you offline, if you will. Hopefully, maybe you can walk me through doing the advertising on Facebook. I can't quite get it, so it'll pinpoint what I would like to do for do. It, it's not over till everyone I know gets their stuff, and I get about a month without issues. Then I'll call it done. Yeah, true, 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 John. Yeah, because how long ago did you send me my stuff, John, or do you know? Because I haven't got it yet. I feel like a Chiro is like a witch doctor. Uh, I'll see what I can do. I had to fumble my way through the Facebook maze when it came to adverts. Well, you've been through it once. You fumbled your way through, so you might know a little bit more than me. I haven't slept, so that really aggravates my back. I found something that worked, and I just duplicated over and over. Their ad system sucks. Well, maybe I can duplicate what you did, but with something of mine instead of yours. Makes my spine feel all sensitive like a woman. Well, I'm definitely sorry to hear that, Dillard. I do hope your back gets better soon. Uh, what did I tell you I was going to mail you? Well, the original piece of art and probably two of each of the comic book stuff. And I'm not sure what else. Because I ordered two of the comic book, one for me, one for Evan. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. What's getting worse? Your back? Oh, and the silver maple leaf coin. Ah, cool. My aching back. I heard that gold and silver went down in price recently. I may have to make some more purchasing. How's the art coming with your slow guy? He's on page 18. Unless that's up, I can check. He doesn't always tell me when it's up, so yeah, he's on page 18. Let's see, when was the last time I contacted him? The 13th is when I last contacted him. Uh, yeah, last Wednesday. So I'll wait till Wednesday to send him another message. How goes page 18? Your relationship is getting better. Communication create creatively. Is your relationship getting better with him? Communication creatively? Ah, no. I just usually once he's on a new page, 2 weeks after that, I say, "How's the page going?" And then every week following, I keep doing that till something I find out somehow he has put up the page, but he doesn't usually answer me except when it's done. But the thing is, I hate to say it, this is it ends up it's a problem for me right now, but to me it ends up being more a problem for him if he wants work in the future because you know because with that it's like, well, as you've heard me say, for the next book I'm not getting him. There's somebody, an artist that's already contacted me that would like some work over Facebook, and I might go with them for the Canadian Shield 3. I have an idea who I'm getting for Flame number 1. And obviously, we know I got you for thing. Snowdrift number 2. So far, I'd say out of all the artists that I use, you are the most reliable. Yeah, the person I was talking to on you don't got me, I got you. Okay, we got each other. How about that? Let's see. Just trying to find the person recently that contacted me. Um, because I asked the one thing I'm probably going to be asking. Uh, Almost any artist that I get is how fast can they do a page? And this person said they can do a page in 2 days. So yeah. Oh, you are a prize, Dillard. More than one way. I'm not sure whether you'd be able to see this person's stuff if I think they're like in Africa or something. Here, let me bring up the Chrome for. Here's some of their work. That they showed. Uh, I hate this one. So that's some of their work. Do, do, do. That they gave me for samples. Yeah, has the artist for uh has the artist for Canadian Shield 2 gotten noticeably better through the run or pretty consistent? I'd say pretty consistent myself. Well, here's that Fiverr. What? Or how did you find them? I think they see me in some group in Facebook, and they contacted me about getting work. And of course, at the moment, you know, I'm concentrating on my campaign. Yeah, I've got you getting stuff slowly done because um if I can ever get my budding gear, I'm supposed to be inking your stuff, and you're probably the most expensive of my artists, but you're worth it. So I'm not sure how well you can see this stuff on here, but yeah, I'd say he's been pretty consistent for the Canadian Shield too. So I'm not sure how much of a good thing or a bad thing that is that artists come seeking you out for work when you're a nobody. A nobody company. Uh, yeah. The link's in Discord if you want it, John, or do you want me to DM it to you on Twitter? Hey, Mallet, how are you? Oh, Mallet, when did you send me the parcel? Because I haven't got that yet. Or did you get a tracking thing or anything that I might be able to find out what's going on? Not that I don't trust you, but the postal service is not yet. Well, I think I just answered your question. Okay, cool. There we hear John. Need to get to StreamYard to let him in. Hey, John.
Hello?
How are you?
I already answered that question. I'm terrible.
Yeah. Hey, well, yeah,
My
you answered
body.
it in chat. You answered it in chat, not live on stream.
Oh, you wanted to make fun of me in real time. Yeah, my body's falling apart. I feel like every day I lose a little bit more.
Well, that's not good to hear.
I feel like I got an angry gremlins eating my insides.
So you feel like you're getting old.
I feel like my lungs weigh 1,000,000 pounds and they're putting pressure on my back, like they're gonna fall off and make it crack.
Well, that's not good.
But enough about me. How are you?
I am good. It's just slowly, you know, doing stuff for my campaign and
Isn't
stuff.
it awful how long things take to do?
Yes.
It's almost like there's not enough time in the day.
Is John dying? Well, if you ask him, he'd say, I think yes.
I feel like I'm already dead.
That was Mallet asking that.
Oh, hello, Mellet. I feel like the good Lord has already sent me to purgatory to, do my time before He lets me through the pearly gates.
Well, that would be what Earth is.
Yeah, says you.
No, so, well, not sort of says me. I'd say more says the Bible because,
Yeah, says your Bible.
let's see. I'm sure you will spend a lot of time in purgatory, says Mallet to you, I think.
Hey, shut up, Mellet. How about that?
Yeah. And Mallet says, "Oh man, Rick dissing on Catholics." No, I'm not dissing on Catholics. I'm just saying what the Bible says. If that happens to disagree with what Catholics say, that's not my fault. So, what are you doing today? Anything you can show, or
um,
because I think we just see
I can work
something with
on.
a bunch of
I can,
stickers on.
I can work on the next page for your thing.
Yeah,
You want me to do that?
sure. Should have the money in the PayPal to pay you.
Oh, question. Do you want to see the first page of the Ballad of Bucklet?
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, let me grab it real quick. I did it physically. I gotta grab it. It came out beautiful, I think. I was trying to do it in kind of like in the style of like Will Eisner, because it's the first page, but this is gonna be one of those heavy noir style books.
Yeah.
So
Mallet says, "Do you have COVID?"
possibly. No, I did already. So here it is. This is the Ballad of Bucklet.
Ooh. her costume's all torn as she comes in. So
Yeah.
nice seeing her from the backside. That way you don't see too much nudity. Not that
Yeah.
you would care.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like it's gonna be a very graphic book, but I'm trying to stay away from being distasteful when it's not needed.
Yeah.
There are gonna be parts of this book that are very lewd, and I don't want to push it too early, you know.
Yeah.
Because this is the title page, the first page of the book, and she's coming in. But this is gonna have some text here on the side. I'm gonna put in post, kind of like kind of like the old comic books where the first page would kind of give you a little bit of the story about what's going to be happening,
Yeah.
and then there's going to be some speech bubbles in here with the Buckler and Moose right here talking as Bucklet staggers through the alleyway door.
Cool.
But it came out pretty good. I actually did some cross hatching on the skin, and I like the way it came out. Check out the cross hatching on like the back and everything.
Yeah. Oh, and John, if you think any pages in the book that you're doing, number 2,
There we
might
go.
be
Now you
good.
can see it.
Yeah. If you think any pages might be good to be done in traditional, I'll let you take for Snowdrift number 2. You know, feel free to do any of them in traditional if you want.
Okay. I probably won't though.
Yeah, I figured that.
But I like the way that's coming out.
Mallet says it says Bucklet. Yeah, because this is the Ballad of Bucklet.
Yeah, the next book I'm working on is going to be the Ballad of Bucklet, and that's going to be a 22 pager. And let me tell you, I got the script back, and it is so damn good. I sent my script for the Ballad of Bucklet out to this guy, and he gave it back to me because I was like, I need some fresh ideas. I'm kind of feeling like I don't really want to write these really gross and disturbing, violent things that are happening to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I need some fresh ideas. And I gave him some ideas, like maybe include this. This happens to her. This happens to her. But I just
yeah.
gave him the general outline, and he sent me back a script, and I was like, "Oh damn, this is disturbing. I love it."
Mallet says I thought it was Bucklerat. No, it's Bucklet. Because Bucklerat doesn't sound as good as Bucklet. And I think that's why you chose that. Correct, John?
Yeah, it is. It's Bucklet. Yeah, the Ballad of Bucklet.
Mallet says Bucklet sounds like an STD.
No, it doesn't. What STD? What is he referring to?
No, I just, the word in general, Bucklet, somehow sounds more like a STD to him for some reason. Now, me, I don't think that.
I'm trying to think of like names of STDs to see what he's talking about, but I can't think of anything that even reminds me remotely. I got a pretty dirty mind, Rick.
Yes,
I'm
we know
pretty
that.
sure I'm pretty sure I would have caught that if it did sound like that.
No, I have not, Mallet. Mallet asked me if
Oh
I
my!
ever had an
What a
STD.
personal question. Shame on you, Mallet. Thank God I wasn't messing around with a bunch of fast women.
And he says that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Not having had STDs is definitely a good thing. Well, it's hard to get them when you don't fool around that much, if at all. Uh, maybe you can get a cold sore without sex, but I might have had one on like my lip or whatever. I don't know for
Ew.
sure. I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly, so I'm assuming I think I know what it is. Cold sores. Oh no, definitely not then.
Yeah, aren't cold sores like Hep something? Like Hep
Yeah,
C?
yeah. Mallet said they're herpes. They were definitely not what I was thinking they were. I just thought it was like some sort of sore.
Well, they manifest as sores.
But I've never had to get any medication for anything like that. So any sores I've had have always gone away.
What
Hopefully you don't get monkeypox. Yeah.
the hell's a monkeypox?
The new thing that they're trying to make you scared of.
I haven't even heard of it. I better I better make an appointment with my doctor. I might have monkeypox.
I don't think you do the stuff to get it.
How does one obtain monkeypox?
Well, I could be wrong, but I heard you have to do stuff that you would say that is gay.
Oh, you're talking about butt stuff?
Sort of, or with the people that do butt stuff, anyways.
Ugh. Rick.
Hey, I didn't bring it up. You asked me. And that's from what I've heard. I could be wrong, of course. And of course, Mallet's laughing. Hey, Devil Flyer, how are you? And yeah, if anybody wants to come in, that there's a link in my Discord, or well, Devil Flyer wouldn't be in any of my DM groups. I could make him part of my a DM group on Twitter.
So my daughter she learned of a new movie that exists.
Oh yeah.
Well, to her, it's brand new. It's called Moana,
Oh,
and she's been singing up a storm, and I think it's just great.
I just had a Devil Flyer thing. People can't see stuff before they come into your group, can they?
I don't know.
I'll re-put it in there if he wants to come in. It's how you get men pregnant, says Mallet.
Oh, that's right. You wanted me to. You wanted me to show what I was working on. Let me share my Clip Studio. Why am I coughing so much? My goodness.
Hey Rex, how are you today?
Pretty well, pretty well. How's it
Nice.
going, Dillard? Hey, Rick.
Oh, listen
Sound
to
like
that
you got a bit of
scraggly voice.
I
You
know,
just woke up, didn't you?
I just woke up.
a.
I mean, look.
Look at that unkempt coif of hair.
Yeah, I need to go in there and get my coffee. I'll be right back. I was up late or up early, as you know, Dillard.
I do?
I have to, yes. I believe you were on that stream.
Oh,
For a
well,
while.
I was up late too. You don't see
With-
me just waking up.
Well, you have stuff to do. Me, I just have to go mail. I just came in to say hi and maybe have a sip of coffee or two with you guys. So let me go get it before it cools off. I actually, wake up and had some great dialogue that I wrote down for like my noir book that I'm working on.
You're working on a noir book?
Yes.
I'm working on a noir book too called The Ballad of Bucklet.
I'm aware. So let me go get my coffee and we'll come back and
See,
discuss.
now this is a competition. I have to outdo Devil Flyer's book.
Well, I don't know about that. It's a long time coming off. I have to get Devil Flyer out, and then we're going to do Silver Boa, which will be in black and white, noir, gray toned, maybe even some sepia tone.
And I just made you a moderator on my channel if you want to share a link to your
Mallet's
thing.
asking what time we went to bed. What time did we end? Forgot.
Who?
What time did your stream end?
Oh, that's fairly nice question. You gave me a wrench. Is that what you did?
Yep.
Okay, it wasn't showing up.
Yeah, it takes a second or two or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't show it till after you type something or whatever.
Right.
But I figured that way, if you want to share your link to your Indiegogo, which has fulfilled and all that, I think, and you're in demand, right?
Mucho appreciato.
That means he appreciates it very much, Rick.
I would have never guessed.
Well, that's why I'm here to translate for you.
I don't think
I think there was a movie called Lost in Translation. There's my wrench. Well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Now I can hit the like button.
Well, can you share it out too now?
Now you can hit the like button in good conscience.
Right. It kind of scrubs you free. Okay, let me go get that coffee.
I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try.
Oh, no, Jeff. A couple weeks ago, I tried to. Well, I remember you saying you did Facebook ads, before I started my campaign. And I tried to do them shortly after, but I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. Or to get it to do
it. Seems to me like those Facebook ads and the Twitter advertisements are very expensive for what you get. Which is why I never pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah. Well, Jeff said he's seen a little bit of something for when he used them. So I figured I'd try it out once. If it works, fine. If I get some traction. He said he got a little bit of traction on it when he did it. So I figured, okay, I can try it. What's the worst thing that happens? And, I spend $25-$40 and it doesn't work out. Or, I spend that money and it works out either half decently well or really well. Yeah. Jeff says Facebook has thus far provided the most bang for his buck. Twitter ads has got him nothing. So that's sort of good, like I'm going based off, a couple of different people's thing. I tried Twitter, but for some reason I tried just to do a picture with a little bit of saying something that I had already posted, tried to boost it, and it didn't really do it. So it's like, okay, you don't want my money, fine.
You tell him, Rick. I'm sharing now. If you want to share what I'm sharing,
Uh-huh.
This is page, I believe, 3.
So what's going on in the world today? Besides two people I knew passed away.
God damn, Rex. Speaking of passing away, we were just talking about purgatory.
Now, Rick.
Yes.
I know you don't have me up on the screen, but can you tell me more about Freedom Force versus the Third Reich?
There's time travel in it.
Uh-huh.
Basically, that's the second one of the 2 games.
Okay. I've got to get the first one. This one looks so cool. It's not that I want to play it, but the graphics are great. It looks like Jack Kirby.
Yeah, if you look back on I'm not sure whether it's this stream or my Pied Piper of Hamilton stream, I did play both of them online. Like, I have another channel, Pied Piper of Hamilton, where I do some gaming and snack videos.
I could probably just go on eBay and look up Freedom Force, right? What was the first game titled?
Just Freedom Force.
Just Freedom Force, and then the second one was Freedom Force versus the Third Reich.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first one was just Freedom Force. I don't think there was any.
And was there time travel in that one?
No. Well, a little bit.
Okay.
But not a lot. It was just right near the end. The big bad guy was like the Time Master or whatever.
Hell, Jeff Potts and Lorenzo Sleestack.
Who was the guy talking about advertising? Something Lee. I know that.
Yeah, whoever did the packaging on this is pretty neat. I bought 3 or 4 of those. At Big Lots. I don't know. Do you have a Big Lots, Dillard, or you, Rick? You may not up in Canada. It's like
it used to be Pick and Save, right?
A clearance. I don't know. I don't know. It was always Big Lots around here.
Yeah.
Bought these years ago. I don't even know what the date on this is.
Yeah. I didn't know about the second one, but I did find out, I found out about the first one, and I got it. I forget where I got it.
Now, is yours PC, CD-ROM software like mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I got them through, I've gotten them recently digitally through GOG. It's a gaming site.
Yeah, this one came out in 2005, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got the first one when it was brand new, or close to brand new. Let me find out. Freedom Force.
freedom warrior. Woohoo!
So, what was the discussion on purgatory, or did I just miss it?
Rick was saying purgatory is not a real thing according to his Bible, and Mallet in the chat was saying that Rick was being disrespectful to him and his Catholic beliefs because his Bible says purgatory is a thing.
Oh well, look, we can all express our beliefs out here. First, personally, I don't believe in purgatory myself, but I've ministered with a lot of Catholics over the years, and I respect what they believe.
Rick does not though.
Yeah, well,
I respect them to believe what they want to believe.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I guess. As far as believing what they believe, there's a difference.
Yeah. Okay, the first one came out in 2002.
Okay.
For freedom.
About 3 years.
Yeah, and I must have. I think I got it right because for that one initially I did have the original game, and there was mods for it. You can put in your own characters, make your own characters, put DC Marvel characters in. There was even a mod where you could start to make your own like little video game, and I didn't have the best computer at the time, but I was trying to create the Canadian Shield in there, the whole little experience, about him coming through, getting trapped through time and all that. I was gonna do the whole thing as a mod for it, for people to play. Jeff just DM'd Critical Blast to see if he can find out who it was.
Who what was?
Oh, I was on Critical Blast channel last night, and there was a guy on there talking about advertising, how he, advertising in horror books and stuff like that, and because of his stuff. Forget exactly everything that was said or whatever. But in a lot of ways, you got to find your niche place to advertise. There's sometimes niche places that you can advertise in that should actually find. Like if you got a horror type comic, maybe you should advertise in some sort of horror magazine or whatever.
So, Rick, as delicately as I can ask this question, have you changed that logo yet? People are really saying that it looks like Sig Heil or something like that.
Well, I've come up with a possible thing. I'm not sure whether you can see that. You should be able to see that, right?
Oh, god damn it. Rick, is this a cry for help?
What? I like that.
Why do you make the letters so unintelligible and illegible?
Yeah, it's not good branding, Rick. I mean, you might like it, but it's hard to read.
Do you have the Canadian Shield without coloring, just the line art?
Yeah.
Could you send that to me?
I don't even know where it is offhand.
Oh my. And he's the creator. You're not instilling me with a lot of confidence, Rick. That's like Hex Allen early this morning just being bewildered about his own stuff. I was like, huh.
You're like, what is this again? I forget.
Well, I just got a lot of stuff on my thing. That's why I think I did.
Get rid of some of that clutter. So what I would advise.
Okay, let's see.
Some people are very demanding. You know, I want to see it. I want to see it now.
These are the old version.
I know. I remember when I went on mail and he was like, "Well, do you have that? Can I see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me a sec." He's like, "Well, fucking hurry up."
Oh, that's under logo, not lettering.
I think that did well though, because it ended up just being like a 4-minute fight with me and John arguing back and forth about leave me alone.
Okay, where did I?
You ever seen a movie called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an Academy Award winner.
Mm-hmm.
Very famous movie.
Right.
My favorite part in this movie is in there's a guy in there that's like a doctor, and then Christopher Lloyd is telling him to just play the game, and he's poking him and telling him, "Just play the game, just play the game." And the guy's telling him, "Just once more, just touch me once more." Just antagonizing the hell out of each other. It was hilarious.
Yeah. My favorite part's when he gets the lobotomy.
Oh, that's the worst part.
Where did I? Just trying to figure out where I saved this recently. The new thing without. Uh,
I'm giving her one of those late '90s house phones. Or should I give her like a cellular phone?
uh, you can. Don't give her a cellular phone yet.
Okay. I like drawing house phones.
Yeah, house phones are, you know, a great
They're a
visual
great
program.
visual, yeah.
Yeah. To a
It gives you a sense of like, oh, she's 100% at home.
bygone era. Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna probably end up being a JPEG, sending it over to you via.
Damn it!
It's so difficult.
Well, I got it. I'm just saying because I'm gonna give it to you via Twitter. I'm just trying to find you.
Yeah, well, Dillard's the one that wants it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I gotta be the one that's always disrespected with these Twitter.
Well, I could upload it to, you know, Drive.
Drive? Yeah, maybe.
It's easy enough to do.
That way I wouldn't have to redo the outlines because they're all crummy and choppy on a JPEG. When I blow it up big.
So if you're going to have something scanned and then reproduced in a book, you want it in, you don't want it in JPEG.
No, it can be. It just needs to be in a really high resolution.
Okay.
there's some interesting chat going on. Lorenzo says Jesus said that his father's house had many dwelling places. Couldn't someone start out in one part of heaven and end up in a better room? Jeff Potts says, I believe the translation was mansions. Lorenzo says mansion meant something different, though. Mansion
back
Well,
is
then.
Old
Yeah.
French for dwelling.
Yeah, it was just an offshoot of back then. It was just an offshoot of the house itself, the main house. So
right. It's
like a
tied up.
room.
It's tied up with the
So a chateau.
Yeah. It's like an
well,
add-on
yes.
to your house. Well, Dillard, I just sent it. I uploaded it to the Snowdrift 2 folder on Drive that you have access to.
All right.
See what people are. So is hot. The King James wasn't translated with French in mind, I think, but they're all are but they are all dead, so we can't ask them. The problem with purgatory is that it nullifies grace, which is expressly mentioned by the apostles, and the fact that purgatory was not expressly mentioned by Jesus. Likewise, purgatory nullifies the concept of faith.
Well, there's
Yeah,
also scripture like, and this is too early to get for me to get into some big discussion, but I'm more concerned about your logo. How about this, Dillard? If you shrank the shield, now you've done away with it completely, and we can't even see it.
oh,
Damn you!
I can bring it back.
If we took that shield and put it like up top around CAN, shrank it down, and then your focus is on, because you have it centered. Okay, it's centered, but the coloring is going to interfere with the logo, and it's just a symbol. And the first where your eye goes, we read in the Western world from left to right. So if you shrink that down and put it at the start of the lettering of Canadian Shield, still behind it, but at the beginning, then your focus is on your logo, which is Canadian Shield. And it almost acts like a symbol like Marvel had up in the Ditko box. Just a thought.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's many ways you can do it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be having a shield in the Dicto box. I've got one of those things designed for my comics.
You want it legible. I say this all the time about showing the comics, that I do. So I say this is bad branding. If you can't read it legibly, and I've seen some very ornate, not kind of like the block style you have here, but ornate lettering, and it may be beautiful, but it's hard to read. And that's bad branding. Look at Coca-Cola. You can clearly read that. Your symbol, like the bat symbol, everybody knows it, but it stands alone. It doesn't have lettering on top of it. It almost diminishes your shield part by having it over it, but completely centered. I mean, but to each his own.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, then that's, but it needs to be easily readable, even from a distance. Even at the sacrifice of design, which if you're clever enough, you don't have to sacrifice design. You may have to alter and change it, but I have a book on logos, and it has like the bat symbol in there and the Coca-Cola. It's nothing but logos, and every one of
Yeah.
them is legible,
Well,
I don't believe that.
easily identifiable.
Rex
Well,
is a habitual liar.
I could easily say my first one that he is easily identifiable. It gets people to notice it technically, and they may not read it right at first, but
Well, Aneda Hell. Everybody's saying it says Aneda Hell. That's the first thing they see.
yeah,
That's the
well,
one thing
the
that
first
jumps
thing
out
they
and
see. But if
sticks
they,
out.
they stop and take a look at it, they
Well,
can.
okay. I mean,
And,
how
and
many?
that's my opinion, anyways.
Well,
Even-
your opinion sucks, Rick. I'm just being honest with you. People look at that and they see something that you're. I mean, they'll stop and take a look at it, but what juts out to them is a Nada Hell. I mean, immediately, and that's not what you want it to say. You want it to say Canadian Shield in a very strong, forceful, easy, readable manner, and you can still have your, with a few design differences, changes, you can still have it be forceful and stick out to people and say what you want it to say. You don't want it to say Anita Hell immediately to people, and everybody I've shown it to says, "Oh, what's this?"
Amanda Huggington. I'm looking for Amanda Huggington.
Now you may like it, but I'm and I'm not saying it's all terrible, but they're seeing the wrong thing.
Yeah. Well, as you notice, I did
You're
and change it, but
CG has a bad enough name. We're already called Nazis without having hell on some book, like Hell Hitler. I mean, now, you're Canadian. I know that wouldn't matter to you, but to us Americans, we take Nazis and being called Nazis very.
I think being called a Nazi, most Canadians would not take kindly to that.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I was getting a little worried that Canadians weren't taking Nazis or neo-Nazis very seriously.
I don't take kindly to people not taking kindly.
Exactly.
Parts of Canada are right now because of the idiot that we have in power. But
why is there all kinds of artifacts on this thing? Is this drawn by hand or something, or what?
Well, probably was like years and years ago, but I thought I got rid of all that stuff. I don't know why you're getting all that extra crap.
Oh, Grease Gun Garage is a new subscriber. Awesome. I don't even remember him coming in.
Cool.
I know I never saw him in there. So Uncle E on his second chance offer is almost hitting $100,000. That's pretty impressive. Of course, he shielded the hell out of it. As he says, he's in campaign mode right now. It's like that Twilight Zone. I believe it's Twilight Zone episode where the boss is going, push, push, push. Push, 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 push. I wish he'd push it out the door and I would get it in my mailbox.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on my toys, my Cyber Frog and my Salamandroid for quite a while. Not to mention the books. And I'm well aware he has the project finished. And there's no reason not to put a second chance offer up there, especially if you have over $100,000 can generate like that. I'm very patient,
Yeah.
but I hope he will pick it up. I think he's bit off a lot of projects that's delayed things. I mean, he can only work so fast, and if he wants to be, set a good example, I think things need to go out a little faster. And I'm I'm not that vocal about it, but
Yeah.
and I know they're working every day, shipping out stuff every day, liquidating a lot from extra stuff from his eBay store, and that's genius. But your backers need to come first for sure.
Yep. I agree.
And I think Red Rooster showed us that, showing up at Walmart before backers got it.
Yeah.
That's not very good. That's like if I started selling Devil Flyer on my eBay store before I fulfilled for backers. That would be wrong.
Well, heck,
because your backers are the one paying, and they're producers of your product. They're the ones making it possible.
Yeah, well, during this campaign, I've taken. I had Canadian Shield 1 being offered on my website during this campaign because some backers might want it. I've taken it off my website. That way, people can get it. Get it with that. Get it with their thing.
Right. That's good. Because you always want to keep your first work in print somehow.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your page count would be with both of them together, but I mean, I was late to the game to John Malin's campaign with Graveyard Shift, but on the one that I did back,
yeah,
I got the 1 and 2 in one volume, and then also the 3, the newer volume. So I have 1, 2, and 3. The other may be a reprint, put together, double, one volume, but that doesn't negate the collectability of it, especially as limited as he makes those things. It won't be as valuable perhaps as but it may be more because you're actually getting 2 books in one, and you're probably paying a little bit higher price initially for it. But yeah, you should always keep that first work in print. At least that's what Uncle E was told by the creator of The Walking Dead. He always keeps that old material out there because there's always people wanting to jump on, find out what it's about. And you need to always have a good jumping on point. Who is the Canadian Shield? Who is Snowdrift?
Who even is that?
Yeah, because right now not many people know. And then with the Canadian Shield, there is an initiative there. It doesn't have to be a problem, but it could be somewhat of a problem that it's a public domain character because
actually a public domain name.
Okay, name. Okay, but I know someone else has a Canadian Shield on Indiegogo now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, somebody could get confused and perhaps back their project, not yours.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely want your stuff to stand out and be distinctive and hopefully better than the other guy.
Yeah.
Like if I put Black Terror out, is Von Colossus going to outshine mine? You know, because he's got a successful Black Terror project out there.
Who? Von Cool?
Watch the magic. Sometimes, you know, a lot of times I just look at the style. I mean, most of the CG books I haven't read. Now, Dillard, if and when I get to back the Buckler, which I hope to do this week, hopefully,
I don't. Can he, or haven't you got it out of demand,
I would read that. Yes.
John?
No, I haven't taken it out of demand yet. I got to do that.
Yeah. Well, I need to hurry then. I get paid Thursday, so
I'm gonna go do that right now, at least before
No,
Thursday
don't.
comes.
Don't do that right now, Dillard. No.
I got to. I
Do
don't
it
have
not.
any more. I don't have any more books to print.
Oh,
Or
Dillard.
to ship, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
Well, darn it! I was hoping to read your book, but I guess I never will.
Never, unless you back the Second Chance campaign
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
coming this Thursday.
Oh, but now the Second Chance would not ship out immediately, would it?
2023.
Oh boy. Well, that's not as far away as you would think.
Yes, less than 6 months. Just over 5 months.
So, what was the daily verse today, Rick?
Actually, I didn't do it today. I haven't done it in over a week. I've just been feeling out of sorts lately, and I haven't been doing it. I gotta get back to doing it.
Having a crisis of faith.
I wouldn't say crisis of faith, but maybe some sort of crisis.
Lorenzo
Identity.
says the logo is
Identity
looking
crisis.
really nice. So
No, it's not. That's why we're fixing it.
Yeah.
No, I think he means yours. Although
Yours.
it looks all right to me.
Oh, it
It's,
looks all right. Wow, Dillard, you can stop now. He's not going to like it when it's done. So
never said I wouldn't like it. I just
you don't want
to
to
me
use. You don't want to use it.
to me it doesn't pop. It doesn't express what I want to express, and
What Rick really wants to express is confusion, and this logo does not do that.
Nice metal look to that. Yes, without really being metal.
What are you talking about? It is metal.
Digital metal.
Because we are living in a digital world, and I am a digital girl.
Are you going to put a white under the triangle of the other A, the first A, in the last?
Probably not. Of course I'm going to do that. Why wouldn't I do that?
Hurry up about it.
Gee whiz.
well, then you ask about the first day. What about the last day?
I'm just leaning back a little bit, seeing what it looks like to my eyes,
Yes.
whether I like it or not before I commit and start doing more work.
Smart man. Work smarter, not harder. One of my favorite lines in Doctor Who is, now this is Rick personified. He looks around the room and says, I see you've made changes in the room. I don't like it. Oh, I see you made changes in my logo. I don't like it.
There's sometimes I like stuff. There's sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Well, my
There'd
thing
be
with
a lot
that
of times that I feel like a nut.
is almond joy with the nut is milk chocolate, and that has no benefit. But without, when it's just the coconut, which I prefer, it's dark chocolate, which is much better. Now it's not high grade dark chocolate, but everyone should have a, the more that it's bitter, the better. If you'll take a little Hershey square size of good dark chocolate every day, they say that you're 50% less a chance of having any heart problems. So I try to take some every day, just a small amount. And I was amazed that my brother said at Christmas time, because I had given him some dark chocolate, that was his favorite. I never knew that. Most people don't like dark chocolate. They prefer the milk chocolate, which does not have any benefit at all.
I just like chocolate. I don't care how it comes. Dark milk, whatever.
Oh, Rick. Now, full custom hot dog is very disturbing to me. I'm sure you're both aware of full custom hot dog.
I've heard the name. I've seen him in a few of my DM groups.
Yeah. Well, I can't help, but every time I see him in the chat of thinking of corn dogs. And I know that's not what he's trying to project. A hot dog.
Bad branding. That's what that is.
A full, a hot dog with everything on it. And I rarely eat a hot dog like that. In fact, I never eat a hot dog like that. But now I always desire a good corn dog. Not that I don't eat hot dogs, but in fact, Thursday, instead of backing the buckler, I may just go get a good hot dog, a good corn dog.
Sounds like a much better use of your cash at this point in time.
A good corn dog's hard to come by. Now, we do have a place.
Santa Monica Pier
here
in California.
Yeah.
Has amazing corn dogs.
Yeah. Fried up fresh right in front of you. Battered up. Yeah.
Yep.
It's probably huge on a stick.
Yep.
You take
personally, I don't eat them because that's gay to eat anything that long.
Yeah. Tell your wife that. But anyway, I like mustard. That's my favorite condiment.
Oh, you're a psychopath. Are you just saying these things to get a rise out of me?
Yes.
Lorenzo says he backed the buckler twice.
Good
Did
for
he?
you, Lorenzo.
I'm sure he did. I would have recognized Lorenzo Sleestack if he used that name. I'm sure it was a different name.
Now, Lorenzo Sleestack, he was my first backer, so he will ever be dear to my heart.
Yeah.
No matter what, who says he's anti-CG, which is usually Vic. But there may be others lurking out there as well.
Well, I know Lorenzo's real name, and I will never reveal it.
Can you give me a hint?
Nope.
Could we come torture you and get it out of you?
I
Like
doubt it.
deprive you of food for a few days.
I do need to lose a few pounds, so.
Yeah. Well, that's how I do it. The only way I can lose weight is stop eating or vastly reduce my eating, which means that there's nothing in the house. Because if it's in the house and I'm hungry, I will eat it. Not immediately. I mean, I don't, have a.
You got a disease. You're an overeater.
Yeah, I guess most Americans are to a certain degree. I definitely don't work out. That would feel like purgatory.
Purgatory. Purgatory.
Yeah. Machete. Machete chimpanzee.
Machete.
Machete. Machete.
No,
Yeah.
it's ma. Ma.
Ma.
Like if you're saying, hey, ma.
Machete.
Machete.
Machete. Machete. Chimpanzee.
No, the E at the end, you got to draw it out like machete. Like that.
Machete.
There you go. Perfect.
Machete.
Lorenzo says he used his government name.
Marvin Johnson?
Dick Meyer?
Government name John Voight.
Yellow Snow? He could be Native American. I hope you're feeling better, Lorenzo. Well, all right, guys. I'm going to go bounce. I have to go.
Get the hell out of there. Then. Who needs you?
Yeah, you got your show in about an hour and 10 minutes, eh?
Yeah, but I have to go mail definitely today and get some stuff off.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on, Rex. You're welcome anytime, of course.
Appreciate it, and thank you for the wrench. I really would like to stick around for this logo. I will definitely keep it on my computer so you can get the hours and the views and all that.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, I still have to wrap up some things, so I'll be listening in.
Okay, we'll catch you later.
Okay, both of you have a wonderful day, and
You're gonna stop telling me what to do, like right now.
Perhaps we'll see you on the 4 o'clock shadow. I'll send you both the links.
Okay.
There we go.
Jeff Spot says, okay, now we can concentrate on picking on Dillard.
What the hell did I ever do to anybody?
And Lorenzo puts the link for Rex's channel in the chat, which is good. Thanks, Lorenzo.
Can you show me real quick what your old logo looked like?
My most recent old logo, or
well, I want to see the shield. How you did the shield? What colors they are?
That's what I did recently. And then, of course, the original is basically that. The shield was the white of the flag with the maple leaf in the middle.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Heil is just tail, right? For German. Everybody's
I
always saying hail.
don't know. They call him Flipper. Flipper.
Faster than lightning. And I don't know the rest of the song. Hal implied that the square mustache guy was savior. Yeah, but what does the word really translate into?
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I don't speak German. I barely speak English.
Oh, it says salvation. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Lorenzo was right.
And if you don't know, now you know, sucker. Oh, I know what the problem is. Yeah, I started sneezing. I only sneeze when I haven't slept in like over 24 hours. See, I went to bed, but I only went to bed for about 2.5 hours, and then I got all antsy and I had to get up.
Ah,
You know, when you got stuff to do and you just can't sleep? It's terrible.
us refused to use the term and were sent to concentration camps. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I could see them not saying that he was their savior. Unfortunately, the Anada doesn't translate anything. I'm like, okay, what does Anadea translate from German?
Anadia.
Anadia, whatever. I mean, it had no translation, so. So Anya, Anadea or whatever, salvation. Canadian salvation.
We'll have a Dalmatian plantation.
Let's say Jeff was saying the guy last night on Incredible Class was James D. Lee. His Twitter handle is at Ananias01. When he started discussing magazines ads, I immediately started looking through potential periodicals. Cool, cool. Oh, got me cell phone, not me. Okay, why am I on this? Oh, there. That's why I was clicked the wrong thing. Lorenzo says, I think Nadia is a variant of the word Nadia? Nadia? Okay, well, let's see. See whether Google Translate recognizes that. Nadia calls. No. That's just more recognizes it. It's just more recognizing it now as a name. No translations from German or French. Technically, yeah, Yeah, I probably did do that wrong, right? Let's see. S-H-I-E. Let's take out held. That just means held, and healed means held. Something held. Nadia held. No, held. H-E-L-D.
Words like violence break the silence, come crashing down into my little world. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my house. Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. The poop deck. Rick, does Bigfoot exist?
Elo, don't bring me down. Says Jeff Watts. Don't bring me down, Bruce. Says Jeff. I don't know. I think it's possible.
Don't bring me down. That's Electric Light Orchestra.
Okay.
Yellow. They're the ones that sing that song from the beginning of the. Well, it got reintroduced to the world through the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Where they sing, Mr. Blue, you did it right. But soon comes Mr. Night creeping over. Now his hand is on your shoulder. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why.
You're so blue.
To hide away for so long, so long. It was funny. It's funny when you get older what bothers you.
Yeah.
Like I remember being really bothered when I heard somebody ask, did they make the song Iron Man, the I Am Iron Man song for the Iron Man movie? That song is really cool. I wonder if they came up with that song just for that movie.
God, those people are stupid.
They're not stupid. They're just young, you know?
Okay, uninformed. Lorenzo says some Mormons think that Bigfoot is Cain, but that's probably more loof of a folk doctrine than official doctrine. And Jeff says, I was a big ELO fan in the 70s. I have all their old albums.
Every single one, even the bad ones?
Of probably more of a folk doctrine than official doctrine.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. Bigfoot is supposed to be the descendants of Cain or something like that.
Okay. Well, that makes no sense. It would have got destroyed in the flood.
What would have got destroyed?
The descendants of Cain.
You think so?
Well, most likely, you know. Yeah, I'm sure. I've got a little thing in my comics about some of them that were very far, far away, and they couldn't make it to the boat on time. You know, so they like surrounded their city with a dome, and became my Atlantis, if you will, my comics. But I think that really happened in real time. No,
All right, what do you think of this logo?
Pretty good. Not sure whether I like what you did with the Canadian Shield lettering, at least for how you colored it, but I like the maple leaf background.
Okay. Back to what I was doing.
I know, I'm a pain.
No, you're not a pain. You just refuse to be successful.
Well, I have, it's just I have what I like, and
There's no skin off my back. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell me why.
Yeah. Lorenzo says he thinks he likes the idea that Cain was cursed to roam the earth. Yeah, unfortunately, it does say that he formed a city called Enoch way off somewhere in the thing. Just said a prick, don't answer.
I need a rectangle. That's what I need.
Devil Flyer says pretty good, and then puts a varying things of faces in stage of puke. Sometimes I'm hard to impress, sometimes I'm not.
All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is you in my heart. Words are very unnecessary.
Never mess with Sasquatch, says Jeff Potts. Although I must admit, I probably am at some point going to bring Bigfoot into my comic universe. I don't know how. I'll probably just have it some sort of tribe of men or whatever that, stay away from thing that have let hair grow all over their body.
Why don't you make them feminists?
Because I can't see Bigfoot's feminist. I barely see them being menace. Menace. Yeah, they'll be a menace. I was trying to do the opposite of say use men as some sort of opposite word of feminist. Menism? Whatever.
Mennonite.
Where they're all about the men, but like feminists. I guess that's the patriarchy, according to some people.
No, it's called MGTOW.
Oh, big cow. No, I thought that was just they don't want anything. That was more they just don't want to have anything to do with.
That's exactly what feminists are. They don't want anything to do with men.
Yeah, but they think they're superior. The guys just. I don't think
No,
that makes
guys
it.
know they're superior and thereby don't want anything to do with women.
Is that you, John? No,
Yes.
but you've got a wife and kids.
So what? They're under my thumb, exactly where they need to be. Under my thumb.
So you want something to do with them, just under your thumb.
Not anymore. I already got kids. I'm good. Well, what you get the kids, and what do you need to have sex for? It doesn't matter.
Pleasure?
Nah. Not worth the effort. Words are very unnecessary, making only too hard. Do 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 do. Wow wow wow. Never again is what you swore the time before.
Let's see. Let's see.
Rick, do you think that if Jesus Christ came down today and amended the prophecies and said, no, I'm setting up new stuff, would you believe it was Jesus?
Probably not.
What
You'd
if he
have to.
performed miracles? Not in front of your face, but they saw it on TV.
Probably that. I would actually more end up thinking that's the Antichrist. Because that's be more of something he would do and say.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my opinion, based on scripture,
Uh-huh.
you know, or I guess it might depend on what he said, but it all depends on how it lines up with the scripture that we.
What if everything lined up perfectly? I mean, he just as easily could just be very well versed in the Bible, with what he said.
Yeah, but Satan is well versed in the Bible, yet what he says doesn't line up with scripture. So
This guy could just be a well versed charlatan, pulling the wool over your eyes, pretending
could
to
be.
be something he's not.
Yeah, but just in what he would say if you're saying he says stuff that disagrees with scripture, then he's already
But he's not
It's
saying
just-
stuff that disagrees with scripture. He's just amending some scripture. He's
Thus,
changing.
it's disagreeing.
Yeah, but he's God, so he can do that.
Yeah, but he won't go against what he's already said.
Yeah, but he can do that because he's God.
He could, but he won't.
You don't know that.
Yes, because scripture says so.
Yeah, but he wrote that, so he can just write something else. You gonna sit here and tell me with a straight face that God doesn't have the power to change scripture?
Not in the way that you're talking about. The only way scripture could change, in my opinion, is if history in some way was altered.
Oh, goodness. You are hard-headed and stiff-necked, Rick Piper.
No, I'm going by what the Bible
Like
says.
like a certain people I know.
You know, Paul says if somebody comes to you preaching another gospel,
But what did Jesus say about that?
pretty much the same thing. He didn't say it in those words, you know.
And this guy Paul never even met Jesus.
Well, technically he did.
Technically, maybe, but in reality, no.
Yeah, he met Jesus, appeared to him on the road to Damascus.
And when was this?
Well, after Jesus ascended to heaven, Paul was persecuting the Christians, and Jesus appeared to him and said, "You know, hey,
Appeared
Paul,
to him, or came back down from heaven, became man again, Jesus, and appeared to him.
well, I don't know how it happened. Technically, it appeared to him. There was some sort of physical type being there. He saw or
Yeah, he got drunk and he thought he saw something.
No, because this guy was highly against Christians. He wouldn't have saw something that he was that did him altered him from his faith. You know, this had to be
You know, my Uncle Bob was all super hardcore one way, and then we all found out that he was diddling his own daughter.
Yeah, well, that's
people could always be something they're not. They don't protest to be.
Yeah, but this guy had orders to go murder Christians. He was already basically murdering Christians or having them murdered. You know.
Yeah, this guy, my uncle Bob, he was a leader for his daughter's Girl Scout group. You would say, what a stand up guy. He has 2 daughters. He's the leader of the Girl Scout group. He's a beyond reproach. Nope, diddling. He was diddling.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't know how to say it for Paul. You know, people don't change. See, the thing is, nobody knew what he was. Your cousin or whatever it was.
Yeah, Paul was a Jesus lover, but nobody knew that because he was out there persecuting Christians.
If he was a Jesus lover, why would he be there out there persecuting them? That makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. That's like saying if a guy is gay, why would he get married? It happens all the time. If he don't even like women, why would he get married? Because he's on the down low.
Hey, what kind of girl? Hey, Flit. Hey, Flit's here. What kind of conversation did I just stumble into? I don't know. The kind you don't want to hear. And hey, Flit, how are you doing? How have you been since we last spoke? Lorenzo says Paul was supposedly a Pharisee, yet he was supposedly persecuting Christians on behalf of the Pharisees, a rival Jewish denomination. Yeah.
Maybe he just really needed that raise.
There was no, he didn't know what was happened to him. In fact, he didn't get a raise, frankly. He ended up getting pursued and running for his life half the time.
Right, because he came out of the closet as a dirty Jesus lover.
Wasn't sure if you were still streaming anymore, Rick. Yeah, I haven't been stream. I am still streaming, just not quite as much as I was for a while.
Thing.
I'm going to be trying to get back to doing it a little more, at least once a week, and putting up videos. And Paul formed the Beatles, so he got around. I mean, Paul supported the Pharisees' work, working for the Sadducees, says Lorenzo.
Okay, he's already has a history of being a double agent. Tell me this guy wasn't on the down low. I know somebody on the down low when I see him. This guy might as well have been, what was that idiot's name? Barnabas?
Judas?
What's the name of that guy they were trying to make an apostle?
Well, it was Barnabas, I believe.
Yeah, that idiot that was mentioned once and never again.
Yes, so.
That's all Paul was, except he lucked out. He pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. He's like Christian Slater. He's trying to come in volume 2 and be just as popular as the people that were in volume 1.
He became more popular, technically.
That's what I just said. He's the only one that made it. He fooled you all. He didn't fool me, though. You gotta wake up earlier in the morning to fool Dillard. Was it Barabbas? No, that wasn't. That's not it.
Yeah. Oh, Barabbas was at.
I thought Barabbas was one of the guys that was on the cross next to Jesus, wasn't he?
No, it was do I free Barabbas or do I free Jesus?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Dillard, define early.
When did I say early? I forgot already.
Me too. Lorenzo says, I mean, Paul was purported Pharisee working for the Sadducees. Yeah, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, worked together from time to time if they had a common interest. And they had a common interest in taking Jesus down. They worked together on that. But one sect was just very sad, you see, and the other just wasn't very fair, you see.
That's the worst Sunday school bull dink I ever heard in my life.
So Flit, the Canadian Shield 2, and more has funded. Actually, yeah, let's show that off for a second.
Flit's not still here. He's left already.
Or for anybody that's watching, let's see, where are we? show people where we are on the Canadian Shield 2 for those that didn't catch the update earlier. We are at 3,100, or sorry, let's refresh just to be on the safe side. We're at $1,301 Canadian with 24 backers. And we have had somebody actually back the firefighter tier. Name that firefighter. So there's only one of those left. I'm surprised nobody has yet to back the Dillard traditional artwork tier. I thought that would have been an early one to go. We've had one backer for the Lorenzo tier. 6 for getting them both. 4 for the digital 2, getting both of them digitally. 7 for getting them both signed. 1 for just getting one of them digitally. And of course, 1 for the action figure. So there is update on Canadian Shield 2 and more.
Woo! I'm back. What did I miss?
Not much. I was just going over the campaign where things are at.
Oh,
Flit says, stepped away for a minute. What's up? Oh, not much. I was just saying that the Canadian Shield 2 has funded. Or did you know that how many tiers do I have on it? Let's see.
the correct answer is a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10 on the upfront. There's a few add-on tiers, perks. Hey, Joshua, how are you?
What do you think of this flyer I did?
Nice.
It says "Die by the Board Tour," and he's wearing a Buckler T-shirt.
Cool.
It's for a skate shop called Crooks Skate Shop. My sister is hosting their Harupa Valley stop. Her salon is hosting their stop in Harupa Riverside.
Cool.
So I sent this off to her. She's gonna put all the other stuff like what bands are gonna be there, who's gonna be serving what foods, you know what I mean? Time it starts and stops, that sort of thing.
Looks good. I like how you put your own little ad in there.
That's right.
Oh, see, Lorenzo said the Pharisees and Sadducees had total different theologies. For instance, Sadducees didn't believe in the resurrection of the dead. Jeff Potts says you mean kind of like the Democrats and Republicans going after a popular third party candidate. Yeah, Flit is still here, says Jeff. How many comments?
Joshua and Flit, what do you think of this Canadian Shield logo? They're not going to speak, Rick. You don't have to stop talking.
Yeah. No, they're not going to speak. I'm just letting them look at it and take it in without saying much. Flit says, "Oh, that's nice." Joshua says, "It's all right. Really easy to read." I did a newer one too. What do you guys think of my newer one?
Are you gonna show it?
Yeah. Jeff says it needs more flair. I think yours.
Yeah, I mean, I would not choose to make this the logo. I would do it completely different, but I didn't want to change Rick's design. I just wanted to recolor it so it was easier to read. How many pieces of flair does it need, Jeff Potts?
Oh, they can't even see mine. I'm not even showing myself to. There's mine. My more recent version. What about the bowed chrome lettering atop the current background? Canary and Sneed. Rick, I can't read. How can you not read that?
Rick, you can read it because you know what it says already.
Well, they know what it says too.
You're too close to the situation. You got to think about it like you don't know anything about comics or your world or your universe, and you don't care. Detach yourself. Take a step back. Stop. Think about
No,
what you're
I know.
doing.
I know. I think a couple people said about making the outline a bit thicker, and I've thought about that and doing that. I think the consensus for the current logo is difficult to read for some. Well, the current logo is the Heil one, technically. I haven't officially switched to this yet. Maybe it has too much flair.
Stupid. Rick, we got to hit the gym, dude. I gained weight.
Yeah, I can believe that. I've gained more weight than I would like to.
Yeah, when you put them side by side like that, it's very easy to read the one I do.
Yeah, it's easy to read. It's just bland. At least the lettering, the coloring. To me,
Bland. This logo is like 3 times as dynamic as the Canadian Shield character.
The coloring of the lettering needs to be brighter, more vibrant. You've got like a pastel red there on the top, and even like a pinkish version on the bottom. Jeff says Dillard's is much easier to read, and that is very important for identification and branding.
You remember that that logo that I did for Vestry.
Not offhand.
Well, I think that the Canadian Shield would benefit from a logo in that style. Let me show you the logo I did for Vestry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see if I still have it actually, because I had to clean out. I was running out of space. I cleaned out a lot of stuff.
Dillard was going for a nostalgic Miami Vice vibe. So there's the thing. I never watched Miami Vice. I wasn't a big Miami Vice fan. No, I prefer something vibrant and I guess sort of colorful. I don't know how to explain it. Like, let's see where. Just going to pick out some. From with Coop Studio. Like here's.
Here it is. I found it. Something like this.
Let's. Lorenzo, how could someone of our age group never watch my? I just never got into it. I was more into the Dukes and stuff like that. Although I think did Miami Vice come on after the Dukes was over? I guess the Vestry one is Flair that he's saying about.
Yeah, because it was created from its inception to be big and bold and cartoony. You know what I mean?
No. There's for my character later on, the Wiz. There's his lettering.
That looks good, except for that you can see the H through the W. And you got to change the so that the E is readable. But that's a solid logo for the Wiz. No complaints about that at all.
There's the Flame.
You're not showing it.
Oh, not. Oh. No, Lorenzo.
Lovers entwined, asking why, and heaven knows I'm miserable now.
I'm just trying to see other. This is most likely my one for Electide.
No, oh no! No.
Obviously, Dillard doesn't like that one. I'll probably make it more electrifying. I haven't narrowed down my one for the Insecto or yet, or for Ozona. I've got a couple things I've been using, but I'm not really happy with them. Here's a non-colored version of. It didn't. Opened up the wrong thing in the wrong thing. Non-colored version of. Now all of a sudden I have to go pee. I'll be back. Says Jeff Potts.
What do you think of this logo for Small Cop? Where is this thing? Damn it. Ocean Fang. Okay. Open. Small Cop. It's a cop, but he's not the size of a Ken doll.
No. Looks interesting. Good. I don't know much about the character, so except he's a small cop.
That's all you need to know.
When I was a kid, if a man was called a flamer, it meant they were limp-wristed or limp-wristed, so to speak. Well,
Yeah,
my character is not
light
flamer.
in the loafer.
My character is not flamer. My character is flame.
You have to reshare my screen because I got to close this down because it stopped responding to my touchpad.
Let me know when you got it back up or when you're sharing it. Do we still have Dillard? Oh, there we go. I'm just joking around. Yeah. I agree too. They're important, but the owner, I think, has to like it too.
Incorrect.
So you don't think an owner doesn't have to like
No,
the marketing or the branding that he's putting on his product?
no. It just has to be good. That's all. He doesn't have to like it.
Yeah, but if he doesn't like it, that probably
No, that's why
diminishes his.
most people that create things will give their stuff to somebody who does that kind of thing for a living and say, create me a very nice, marketable logo.
Yeah,
If you can afford it.
but even after that, they gotta like what is
Yeah, that's correct.
created.
Yes, that's correct. But if the person, what they like is no good, they need to,
Hmm.
defer to somebody with better judgment and more experience.
Just says, so long as the customer can quickly identify the brand and the customer likes it, that's good enough for me. You can't read either of them, Lorenzo? My newest version or my old version? Have you guys considered doing an advertisement page in your comics that might help people get funds to produce their comics? I have. I should have. I'm just not sure what I would charge for something like that since mine aren't well popular. Yeah, I realize you're talking about the Canadian Shield, but I was talking about. I have two different versions of the Canadian Shield. Obviously, I have the one that most people are used to, and then I have the newest version, which is not official yet, but it seems like nobody's liking that. I can't read your. I don't get how people can't read it. Because it's. That's pretty plain to me. Canadian Shield. I'll give you $10 for a full page ad showcasing Flitco's line of recreational weapons. Says Flit.
What do you think of this Electide?
Oh, that's wrong thing. Oh, where do I'm just taking some time. Oh, right. But it'd be better if it was orange because there's like no blue with her whatsoever. Colors are blue or orange and green.
How's that?
Oh, that's better. Like that. Yeah, definitely better with the orange.
But let me think. You want to throw green in there as well?
The only thing that I don't know what color her lightning is going to be, so.
Oh, Jesus! Help me, Jesus!
No, yeah, I guess green would be gold, but I could. If there's no green in there, I'm not gonna
There you
die
go.
die
green.
over it.
Now it's green.
Yeah. No, I was just be thinking because if I did her, electricity.
Now it's completely illegible, but Rick's happy.
How is that completely illegible? What? Yeah, blue might slightly look better, Lorenzo, but nothing. There's no blue with the character, so it makes no sense.
There you go. How's that?
Okay, that is way too bland.
I was looking for a job and then I found a job, and heaven knows I'm miserable now in my life. Why do I smile at people who I'd much rather kick in the eye?
I'm getting ahead here. What, from looking at orange? Orange gives you a headache? I know Rex is on now, so.
What do you think of this?
I like that too.
But I don't have no orange in it.
Well, actually, I like the orange better with the either just orange by itself or with the orange with the green on the bottom and the
No,
top.
you don't. No. My goodness. Orange
I'm
and
just
green.
saying.
Orange
I
and green don't neighbor each other on the color wheel, and they don't contrast each other on the color wheel. They don't belong together on the same letter. It hurts the eye. It's like the Freddy Krueger sweater. It hurts the eye.
doesn't hurt my eyes.
It's meant to cause discomfort, uneasiness. That's why they made a sweater the color they made it.
I guess I'm just whacked and weird.
Yeah, I've been telling you that. You're a damn wackadoo. Boom! In and around your mouth.
Well, I've been on for about 3 hours. Rex is on now, I think. So I think I'm gonna end for now. Go grab something to eat.
You should head over to Rex's channel and go promote the Canadian Shield.
Yeah, I'll probably do that while he's on.
All right, I'll see you later, Rick. Thanks for having me on. Peace
Okay,
out.
thanks. You want to promote anything before you leave?
I mean, no.
Okay. Okay. Later, John. Thanks for everybody watching. Thanks for everybody coming on, John and Rex. And thanks for everybody watching. If you haven't, go back to Canadian Shield. It's on Indiegogo right now. It'll be on there for we're 30 some odd day, or we're like 20 days in, just over 20 days in. Here is the link. I thought that I hate it when you think you grab something to copy and paste and then you don't. Okay, so there's the link. If anybody wants to go grab it, thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day.